And good morning again. Well, the big news this weekend, the United States and the Russians have agreed on a deal to get chemical weapons out of Syrian hands. Under this agreement, the Syrians have 1 week to detail their entire chemical weapons stockpile. Weapons inspectors will go to Syria in November with the goal of destroying all the weapons by the middle of next year. The agreement will be backed up by a UN resolution that will leave the option of using force against Syria if they fail to comply. Our CBS News State Department correspondent Margaret Brennan is traveling with Secretary of State Kerry. She joins us now from Tel Aviv. Well, Margaret, he is there to tell the Israelis what this agreement means and so on. How's this going?
Well, Bob, Secretary Kerry is trying to reassure Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu that this is not just an agreement based on words. It will be one based on results. The Israelis have sort of cautious optimism. That's how the press is covering it. The idea is that the message being sent to Damascus is going to be received really in Tehran. The idea that weapons and disarmament in Syria is sort of being seen as a model for how the international community might challenge Iran about its nuclear program is the focus in many ways of the debate here in Israel. Keep in mind, there is this diplomatic agreement, but it was really hastily put together over 2.5 days of around-the-clock negotiations in Geneva. So there are a lot of unanswered questions and technical details, including who's going to provide security for the weapons inspectors, I should say, who are going in to an active war zone to try to break apart one of the largest chemical weapons stockpiles in the world, and to do it in record time. Friday is going to be a real test for the Syrians to see if they truly do come clean and detail what U.S. and Russian intelligence agree they have in their chemical weapons arsenal. So there's a lot of pressure that Secretary Kerry and the U.S. are trying to keep on the Russians to follow through and to get their client, Bashar al-Assad, to hand over these chemical weapons. That's why Secretary Kerry travels from Israel on to Paris to meet with the Saudi, the British, the French, and the Turkish foreign ministers to say, I know a week ago I was asking for your help in a U.S.-led strike. Now I'm asking you to help support us at the United Nations. But the Obama administration says that threat of U.S.-led strikes still stands. It's still on the table.
All right, Margaret, and all this will then shift in the coming weeks to the United Nations once he gets back to this country. Margaret Brennan, thank you so much.